I've often said this on the show, chums, that the problem with Meghan is more and more she reaches out and tries to connect to the ordinary people like you and I. It becomes more and more transparent as exactly she doesn't really know what she's doing. You know, I love those things. I don't know if you noticed in the show where she said, oh, you know, if you put a hot water bottle in somebody's bed, then it's kind of like giving them a hug. How about just say turning on the electric blanket? Or how about keeping out my personal space? I mean, I don't know who came up with these tips and tats or whatever for Meghan, but they are literally comedy gold. I mean, if you watch online and you see a lot of these impressionists taking her off, it's so easy, you know, transferring pretzels from one bag to another and sticking on some kind of manky label, but let's not put any details about if you've got a nut allergy. So while you're rolling around in the room next door, it doesn't matter because Meghan put the label on. You get the picture. But you see, what's fascinating with this is how it's developing. And, you know, many people will say, but Neil, there's a second series. Many know the true story behind that in the other video. But what's fascinating about this is the fact that Meghan literally tripped herself up while appearing on the Drew Barrymore show. And simply, the past paramours were left literally jaw-dropped. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. You all right? Thank you so much as ever for your time, and of course welcome one and all brand new subscribers. Can I thank you all personally as well for reaching out via the video to our chums over in Australia who are going through a bit of a tough time, but it's nice to know that we are thinking of them. So for all of those that did watch that and send all their good wishes, truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. We love Australia. Yes, you know, I'm so envious of you because your lifestyle. I've got lots of friends actually from Australia, and I worked with a very I think, you know, you'll still know him, very famous DJ that had a big career over here, John O'Coleman. And I just loved him because he had a very laid-back lifestyle. And he said, well, most of us are really like that. And, you know, John O was successful, but without sort of, you know, working himself, you know, too much. That's what I liked about John O. He definitely had the right balance. Sadly, no longer with us, a great talent, a funny man, and a wonderful way to wake up on radio with every single morning. I miss you, sir. Now, let's get back, of course, to your roll story of the day. This, you know, was really, I mean, odd when you think, because as you know, Meghan's now changed her name. It's Meghan Sussex, and you could see Drew Barrymore thinking, right, we'll go along with this. You know, I need the ratings. It's not too good on an afternoon. I've got competition with the likes of Jennifer Hudson, you know, all of those others. And, you know, she went along with it. But it's Meghan's things that she just says that are ridiculous. And then when you dig a little bit deeper, you find that Meghan's already used this little, you know, description, not just once, not just twice, but quite a few times. You see, if you remember, she let go with this particular story. And this was really all about, of course, Meghan basically sharing that when she was, you know, letting you know that she was working from a young age as a babysitter. And one of the guys that she was babysitting for said, you know, Meghan, when you meet the one, well, Meghan has already met the one. Well, she's met quite a few ones, hasn't she? Let's be honest. She married one of them, to our knowledge. So maybe there's more, who knows? But apparently when you meet the one, you have to get the one to treat you as if it's date time all the time. And apparently, you know, this was something that stuck with her. And when she met Harry, she sort of first throes of young love, you know, difficult when you're a middle-aged woman at that point, but there you go. Let's not get fact in the way, shall we? But what's interesting was this was the same story that she told the celebrity chef, the actor that she went out with, a couple of other paramours, and of course, some say her first husband, Trevor. Yes, Trevor must have remembered that particular moment because he tried his very best to make sure that he treated Meghan, the princess that she was destined to think she was going to be. You get the picture. So while going on camera and saying this as if, oh, you know, this is me, this is how I sort of keep the relationship alive, wouldn't it have been strange as well to find that if that was the case, and if she was going to be saying that, and let's be honest, all of that was scripted, wouldn't it be nice then to just maybe put in a little insert from Prince Harry, basically stating how much he devoted to her and how much, you know, he wants to keep the romance alive. But even the studio audience, who were looking around slightly bemused, were thinking, right. So once again, Meghan really truly does expose herself on the higher level and then wonders, sadly, why she's not connecting to be able to sell those much heralded pots of jam. Either way, there's more to come. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.